Welcome. Like we said in the last class, the topic of today's class is logarithm. Now let's look into what logarithm is. Let's say logarithm of a number n to a base x is equal to the value to which that base will be raised to give that number n. What do I mean here? Let's use example to explain this. Let's say we have 1000. We know that 1000 is equal to 10 to the power 3. Now when I say logarithm of 1000 to base 10, it will give us 3, this power here. That is what I was trying to explain with this. The logarithm of a number n to a base x is equal to that value of the power that the base will be raised to give n. Okay, let's give another example with another value. Let's say we have 10,000. We know 10,000 is 10 to the power 4. If we are looking for logarithm of 10,000, the answer will give us 4. I didn't put 10 here. Why? Whenever a log of a number is written without writing its base, it means the base is 10. And when we are talking about 10 to become a base of a number, it means we are talking about common number. Now let's continue. Okay, before we continue into learning and understanding how to solve logarithm problems using logarithm table, we need to understand what characteristics is and mantissa, because it's combination of the two of them that gives you logarithm of any number you are looking for. Now, what is this characteristics? Characteristics is always on the whole number part. It is always one less than the number of digits in the whole number part of the number you are looking for each logarithm, while mantissa is the decimal part of it that you actually get from logarithm table. Now let's use a number to give example. Let's say we have 2468 as number. Then what is the characteristics of this number? This number has 4 digits, that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And remember, we said it's always one less than the number of digits that appeared in the number you want to look for each logarithm. What do we mean? Since there are 4 here, 4 digits, you are going to use this 3. 3 is the characteristics. 3 is the characteristics. You put the decimal. Then what will now follow after this decimal point is now called the mantissa. How do we get this mantissa? This will make us go to the logarithm table. Let's jump into the logarithm table. This is the logarithm table. It's from here that you will get the value of any logarithm. From this 10, it got down to 99. And this is the common number we are talking about. The numbers you are to get their logarithms. Okay, this horizontal part now is where the logarithms fall under. You can see it from 0 to 1, 2, 3 till 9. Then this part now is the difference of every of the logarithm. Okay, we are looking for the logarithm of 2468. We've gotten the characteristics as 3 points. Let's now know what the mantissa is, which is the actual logarithm combined to these 3 points. How are you going to get the logarithm of this 2468? How you are going to do it? You are first of all going to pick this one now. Look for 24. This 24 now. Under this 6 different 8. This is what I mean. Go to these common numbers. Look for where 24 is. This is 24. Okay. Look for what the value is under 6. This is the 6. Know where the column of the 6 is. Trace it to the column of the 6, which is this now, which is 3909. Write it down somewhere. Don't add it here first. 3909. Okay, go back to that place. This is the 3909. This one now. Look for what the difference is. The difference will be under 8. This 8 now. Look for what it is. Go to different column, then to the column of 8. You see, we are having here 14. 14. Write it under this now, 14. So add what they are. 9 plus this 4 will give us 13. You write 3. Carry 1. Then put it to this one. You are having now 2 here. Bring down this 9. Bring down 3. This is what you are now going to write here. 3, 9, 2, 3. This is how the logarithm of this number came about. Okay, from what we learned from the logarithm table, the mantissa of this 2468 is 0.3923. The combination of this and this now gives us logarithm of a number. The logarithm of this 2468 is 3 points. Then this mantissa will now come, which is 3923. We got from the logarithm table. Under this logarithm, we have logarithm of numbers greater than 1, and we also have logarithm of numbers less than 1. Let's begin with the first one. Now, before we continue into learning logarithm of numbers greater than 1, we need to know what antilogarithm is. Antilogarithm is simply the inverse of logarithm. That is, any number you turn to logarithm, with antilogarithm, you get it back to that original number. Let's use number to explain. Let's use 201. Okay, let's first get the logarithm of this. Logarithm of this 201. Characteristics is 2 points. Then the same way we did it for the previous one, look for 20 under 1. There is no difference, so leave the difference column alone. Go to the normal number. This is 20. Okay, trace it to the column of 1. This is 1 here. Then under it, where that of 20 intersected with it, look at it here. It's giving us 30, 32. You write it 30, 32. As you can see, I wrote this one straight because there was no difference to add. I didn't write it separately to add whatever the difference is before bringing it here. I wrote it straight here because there was no difference. This is now the logarithm of the number. This now. From what we've got from the logarithm table, we now know that the logarithm of this 201 is 2.3032. Okay, having gotten this 3032, let's see how we will turn this back to this number using antilog. Let's go to the antilog table. This is the antilogarithm table. Look at it, you see this part now is no longer common number. This is the mantissa part of the logarithm we got earlier. You can see it begins from 0.00, 0.01, 0.02. It went down to 0.99. As usual, this one is the numbers the antilogarithm fall under. Remember, this one is converting everything back to common number. This is the difference. Let's now find the antilogarithm of that number we tackled earlier. Remember, the logarithm of that 201 gave us 2.3032. Now let's find the antilogarithm of this value. Go to 0.30 under 3, difference 2. This is the 0.30, this number here now. Under 3, where is the 3? This is the 3. It gave us 2009. Write it out. 2009. This is 0. So check what difference 2 gave you. This is this 2 column. Go down to where it intersected that 0.30. It gave us 1. You write it here, 1. Then add them. 9 plus 1 is 10. You write 0, carry 1, put it here. It will become 1. Then this 0, this 2. Remember, the characteristics is 2. You will count in addition. Antilog is 1 in addition, while logarithm is 1 less than. So since we have 2 here as the characteristics, you are now going to count 3, which is 1, 2, 3. This is where your decimal will come. You see how this gave us back the 201, which means antilogarithm of this 2.3010 gives us 201. Now let's jump into solving problem that relate this logarithm of numbers greater than 1. That's what we will tackle in this class. In the next class, we go into logarithm of numbers less than 1. Now, under this logarithm of numbers greater than 1, we have one, multiplication and division. Then the second one is powers and roots. I want us to begin with this first one, multiplication and division. Maybe let's solve one example for each. Okay, let's say under multiplication, we are asked to evaluate 34.83 times 5.427 using logarithm table. How are we going to solve this? Maybe let's tackle this one first, then we go to this subdivision. How do we solve this? Draw your table. This is number, then this is your log part. Write these numbers in this form, 0.83. Then write the other one under it, 5.427. Okay, what is the logarithm of this 34.83? You know from here you have 34 as its whole number. The other ones are decimal parts. The characteristics of these two digits now is 1 point. Let's go to that logarithm table. The logarithm of 34.83 is, remember we've written the characteristics as 1. Now go to 34. This under 8 difference 3. This is the 8 here. It's giving us 54.16. Then difference 3. Difference 3 is 4 here. Then you put it 4 under the 6. Add them. This is 0 because it's 10. Put the 1 plus 1 here too. Then 4 comes down. 5. 1 comes down. This becomes the logarithm you are looking for. Let's still do the other one. The other one is 5.427. The characteristic is 0. Then you put your point. Look for 54 under 2 difference 7. This is 54 under 2. This is the 2. 7340. Difference 7 is 6. You quickly write it down under this last one. Add them. You are having 6 here, 4 here, 2 here, 7. Then 0 comes. Then this is the logarithm we are having. From the logarithm table we got 5420. The characteristics of this is 0. From the logarithm table we got 7346. Remember, in indices, when we are having multiplication we add, when we are having division we subtract. The same thing is applicable here. This will be adding to this. So you're having 2.2766. Now, whatever you get the antilogarithm to be is your final answer. And that is what this number multiplying itself will give. The antilogarithm of 2.2766 is what? We go to 0.27 under 6. And this is the 0.27. Under 6 is this one now, 1888. Write it out, 1888. Which one is the difference? 6. This 3 here. So put it there, 3. Add 2 of them. 8 plus 3 gives us 11. You write 1, carry 1, put here 9. Then bring down these ones. Effect it with the characteristics. These 2, it will go 3 places. You're having your dot here. This becomes the anti-logarithm you are looking for. The answer now is this 189.1. Okay, let's now do this division. It's just the same thing, only that here you will do whatever the logarithm of this is minus whatever the logarithm of this one is. Draw your table this way. This is your number part. This is your logarithm part. Write the numbers under number, which is 4663. If you like, you solve this one first before you bring in this one. We have 4663. What is the characteristics of this? Is 3. Remember, there are 4 digits in number. From the logarithm table, we are having 6687. Now write this one. This one is 97.76. What is the characteristics? The characteristics is 1 point. Then go to that table again. Look for 97 under 7 difference 6. We're having 9902. Let me put the minus here. This minus this, what will it give you? 7 minus 2 gives us 5. 8 minus 0 gives us 8. 6 minus 9, it won't go. You borrow 1 from this 6, put here, it will become 16. Then 16 minus 9 give you 7. Then what remains here is 5. 5 minus 9, it won't go. You borrow 1 from this 3, put it here, it will become 15. 15 minus 9, it gives us 6. Then point will come in here. This remains 2. 2 minus 1, it gives you 1. This is the logarithm you are having when you do this minus this. Then you need to convert it to number to know what the answer is. Go to anti-logarithm, look for 0.67 under 8 different 5. We're having 4769. Then now look for where you put your decimal point. This is 1 as characteristics here. We are counting 2 places. 1, 2. It comes in between 7 and 6. This becomes your answer. Before we go into the second one, powers and roots, I want us to solve this problem that combines both multiplication and division together. How do we solve this problem? We are asked to evaluate this whole problem now using logarithm table. Still draw your table like you've been doing it before. This is the number part, this is the logarithm part. Okay, begin with this first value they gave. Like we've learned how to get the characteristics and the mantissa. I will go straight. Only follow me. When you check it, you see everything is correct. Like we've learned how to get the logarithm of number, I will go straight so that we'll be able to learn and beat time. Okay, characteristics of this is 1 point. The logarithm, when you check it, you are having 7451. Write the second one. Remember, it's multiplying 20.44. The characteristics also is 1. When you check the logarithm, you have 3104. Okay, the third one is also multiplying. You have 2.134. The characteristics is 0. When you check the logarithm, you're having 3292. Okay, let's extend this line downward again. Okay, this number now, you are going to add all of them because they are multiplying. This plus this plus this. And when you add all of them, what are you having? You will have 3.3847. You are going to bring this downward part, which is 74.1. The characteristics is 1. If you check the logarithm, you are having 1.8698. And you know, the whole above part is being divided by this denominator, which means what this whole above part gave us minus this downward part. So you rule over every of them. Do this up one now minus this downward. What are you having? This minus this, it will give you, if you do it, you have 1.5149. Okay, having gotten this now, what are you going to do? Do your antilog and get what your value will be here. The antilog of this thing will give us 3273. Then count to know where your decimal will be. This is 1. You are counting 2 places. 1, 2. Your decimal point will be here. This is how you solve this. Let's now go into powers and roots of this logarithm of numbers greater than 1. Okay, let's solve this power first. Let's say we are to evaluate this 452.3 to power 3 using logarithm table. Remember the way we've been doing it. Draw your table. This is the number side, this is the log side. Then write down this number, 45.2.3 to power 3. Get the logarithm of this number it will give you 2.6554. This power 3 now, how are you going to settle the problem with it? Okay, whenever a number is raised to a power and you are asked to solve it using logarithm table or any other language they use, what you will do, that power will be multiplying what the logarithm of that number gave you. You are going to multiply it. If you multiply it, you are getting 7.9662. This is now what you are going to look for its anti-logarithm. Let's extend this line. Let's close this part so that our anti-logarithm will take place here. Okay, look for the anti-logarithm of this 96 under 6 different 2. You are having 9251. Okay, what is the characteristics? Because you need to use it to effect this one to get the actual value. Is 7. Since it's 7, you are going to count 8 places to get where your decimal point will be. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the answer you need. Let's now solve this root. If you are given this value, root of 220 to solve, how are you going to solve it? Rule your table also. This is the number part, this is the log part. Yeah, we know that this root from indices is the same thing as 220 to the power 1 over 2. Write down this now. If you look for the logarithm of 22 under 0, it will give you 2.3424. Okay, remember, it has this root which will made to be this 1 over 3, so that it will help us understand what will happen here. Now multiply. Remember here, when the power was 3, we multiplied by 3. Now the power now is 1 over 2. Multiply by 1 over 2. It is 2.3424 divided by 2. If you divide these two, what are you having? You are having 1.1712. Now get the antilog of this thing and place it here. That is your answer. If you go to the table, like we've learned, the antilog is 1484. Then the characteristics is 1. You are going to count 2 places, which is 14.84. This becomes your answer. Now I want us to conclude with the combination of power and root. If you are given this as a problem and you are asked to evaluate it using logarithm table, that is the cube root of 19.63 times 12.28 in one parenthesis, all divided by 74, all of them to power 2. How are you going to solve it? Draw your table. This is the number part, this is the logarithm part. Okay, begin with this one first. This is 19.63. From what we've learned so far, the logarithm of this is 1.2930. Then the other one comes 12.28. The logarithm of it is 1.0892. They are multiplying each other, which is this up one plus this one. It gives 2 here, 2 here, 8 here, 3 here, and 2 here. Remember, this one is dividing all of them, divided by 74. Each logarithm is 1.8692. Therefore, you will do this up one minus this down one, because the down one is dividing all of them. Let me underline every of them. It will give us 0.5130. All of them under this cube root is being made to power 2. What are we going to do? You will multiply the final answer by 2. Remember again, all of them is under cube root. Okay, what are you going to do? You are also going to divide this by 3. If you like, you show what you did here by writing all of them this way. 63 times 12.28 divided by 74 all square. That is what you did there. Then also all of them are under cube root. 9163 times 12.28 divided by 74 square. Okay, this one now will be now this thing we've gotten as the answer, which is 1.0260 will now be divided by 3. Okay, if we divide this by 3, we're having 0.3420 as the answer. Let's extend this line a bit, cross this part, and look for the antilog of this answer. If you check it from the table, you have 2198. Then the characteristics is 0 here, which means you count 1, which is 2.198. This becomes your answer. Thank you for being part of this class. Please join me in the next class as we continue logarithm of number less than 1. Have a nice day. Bye.